What's up, Space Pirates? This is your captain, the ever-charming Dr. Disaster, and it is time for an update on the game Throne and Liberty, which just released to the wide public the other day. We talked about the buzz surrounding this game as we watched damn near 55,000 players who paid money to play a free-to-play game a couple of days early. Well, the game is out now, and the number of gamers playing this on Steam is massive.
Holy shit!
Throne and Liberty is a free-to-play MMO, so it's true that the game is difficult to compare to other titles, but the fact that it has already gotten over 300,000 concurrent players on Steam is an extremely incredible achievement for a brand new IP with minimal marketing. I mean, have you heard anything about this game other than a few content creators talking about it? But it's the number 2 top seller on Steam, and as you can see on this chart, its Celebration Pack, which costs $100, is the number 6 seller on Steam, and I attribute a lot of the buzz that we are seeing to the fact that the character creator allows you to do whatever you want with it. While a game like Dragon Age the Veilguard essentially censors out the ability to make normal-looking women with chest sizes larger than an A cup and booty sizes larger than a sheet of paper, this game doesn't tell you how to make your character. You can do what you want. It's incredible that the game is skyrocketing in the charts as well, considering that there are actually some valid criticisms about the game. Most notably, it's being called a basic Korean pay-to-win grindfest, but I think the success of the game, despite these criticisms, just speaks to the fact that gamers are hungry for normal-looking games as opposed to shit like Dragon Age.
Would you please still be my friend?
No! Get away from me!
Alright, me hearties, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, where I keep a list of woke and DEI infected games pinned to the account at all times for your reference. My handle on there is Dr. Disaster 1. Anyhow, 2024 has been a pretty slow year for video games. Well, that may not be quite the right way to put it. It has not been slow if you enjoy watching content creators break down the way that modern games keep on failing. But if you wanted to just sit down and play something brand new that you can enjoy without being preached at or pandered to, then this has been a slow year. I think that is why we have seen games like The First Descendant and Throne and Liberty come out of nowhere and kick ass. Full disclosure, I don't really play games like this. If a game is free to play, I almost as a general rule of thumb will not touch it. In my mind, it's free for a reason, and you get what you pay for, so I generally don't give games like that a chance. But I tried The First Descendant for a week or so just to review it, but after that week, I moved on with my life because that style of gaming just isn't something that I'm into. So keep that in mind as I talk about this. That is my bias. But anyhow, as you can see here, Throne and Liberty is the number 2 seller on Steam right now. Even for a free-to-play game, that is a strong accomplishment, and I will bet that the studio is making bank on their microtransactions right about now. That being said, just look at the review score. A 55% is not good, and the reviews are fairly damning. I want to make sure everyone is informed, so I'm going to read some of them to you with a mix of positive and negatives, so you can make your own choice as to whether or not to play the game. This first review says, the most basic pay-to-win Korean grind fest. There is literally nothing unique about this game. There is no reason to play this game over any other garbage MMO of the last 10 years. It's the new flavor of the month, and nobody will be playing it in 3 months. It's pretty, that's about it. But then this reviewer says, I don't get why people are mad or giving it a bad review. It's fun. Is it pay to win? Not really, it just mainly speeds up your progress, especially after game, but otherwise, it really isn't that big of a deal, and this is a good game. Enjoy it, have fun exploring the world, and after, when you're ready for PvP, you'll have a little more of a grind. Then this negative review says, Throne and Liberty is, sadly, the kind of game that follows all too common a blueprint with many other Korean MMORPGs. The game would seem to be an open world with fancy graphics and effects, but you are just being drawn in like cattle to slaughter. The mechanics are shallow, the taxes are high, and returns are diminishing, making progression unbearably slow. Crafting is terribly boring and tedious. One of the main value points for many players. You will be trying to farm for days. You read that right, just to get the ingredients you need for a single crappy item. When you add to that the fact that pretty much all these crafting materials can be bought in a cash shop, it starts to seem almost designed this way purposely to encourage spending, instead of playing and enjoying crafting. And lastly, this positive review says, the mixed reviews is exactly how I feel about this game. While this game is focused on PvP, and I only played PvE, not huge into PvP, the combat is interesting. The world is massive and awesome graphically, can definitely tell it is a Korean MMO with daily limited energy for dungeons and contracts, repeat quests for materials and such. The game gets very grindy and punishing if you do not plan out your build you want to play pretty much from the start. I'd recommend playing it and trying it yourself because it is free and can at least get a feel for it, though the story just becomes limited after that. All that being said, this is a game that has some buzz. A lot of people are trying it out because I think a lot of folks out there are desperate for something new. For all the faults that this game sounds like it has, wokeness is not one of them, and Throne and Liberty definitely beats the shit out of Dragon Age the Veilguard on that alone. The female characters can look curvy, the male characters can look big and masculine, and if that isn't your cup of tea, and you want your characters to look weird and different, you can do that too. It's amazing what a draw something as simple as a free and open character creator can be, but here we are. The year is 2024, and one of the big selling points for a game is, well, I can make a female character who actually looks like a female. But I'm going to leave it there. Are any of you planning on trying this game out? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below, and we will talk there.
Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your captain is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.